hydrants are a hip and glute warm-up exercise that are called fire hydrants because you are in the shape of a dog who is using the bathroom on a fire hydrant, okay? So think of that image when you're going through this exercise. It'll help you get the most out of it. Now, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to isolate the hip that we're working so much so that the low spine, the opposite hip, everything else is staying very still and very stable so we can get the most out of the range of motion of this hip. The way that we can do that is to get a little feedback by locking our leg around the tennis ball so we can keep and maintain that 90-degree angle while we're focusing on abducting the hip, okay? So we're going to get into all fours just like this. Going to create some good tension in the ground. I'm going to push the floor away, and I'm going to really drive this knee into the ground because I want to keep my shoulders and my hips parallel to the ground for this whole set. Okay, I'm isolating the left hip. I'm also staying parallel to the ground, so when I try to get range of motion as I lift my leg off, I can get a lot higher if I relax my hips and I open up. But that's not the goal here. Let's isolate the hip. Okay, so nice tight core, neutral spine. I'm not overly extended or overly flexed. I'm nice and flat. Okay, I'm going to push the floor away to get some tension, and I'm going to raise this leg as high as I can without lifting the hip. Squeeze. By driving the hip against the motion of the leg, you will get a little bit more of a squeeze in that glute medius on the side. That's what we're warming up right there. Stretch the adductors on the inside and squeeze the glute on the side of your hip. Nice and controlled. We're also warming up the muscles that stabilize your pelvis because you're focused on isolating the hip. Just like that. Good luck.